welcome back to Let's Play Spore Herbivore. I am Solinus Dracone, and this particular episode is hopefully going to be a short one. I seem to be just hitting 40 minutes to 50 minutes every single time, but the purpose of this episode is just to kind of show how the layout of cities is generally going to go, at least for me, during this portion and in the space stage, just so you get an idea of how to lay out a city and gain maximum profitability from it. I say maximum. I'm going to try and at least have one happy face, green happy face for every single city to just make the chances of them rebelling nil, and I'm going to try to get as much profitability out of that as possible. So this is a large city here. I'm going to go back to my main city. And actually, one of the things I want to do also is I want to get some guys to get the spice geysers. So I'm going to take my seaside city, and let's see, I've got 1, 2, what is this? That one's a land one. I've got 1, 2, 3 cities that are 3 spice geysers in the ocean. So I'm going to make 3 ships. This is not a sea city. This is a sea city. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to send each one out to get a spice geyser. And I want to capture all of these because during this portion, if you should choose to do it, which I highly recommend because it's just going to make your life a lot easier entering the space stage, that you want your income to start bumping. You want it to start coming in because you're going to be spending a lot of money on improving these cities. So I'm going to send out 3 guys by sea to capture those spice geysers, 3 guys by land on this continent, which as you can see it wraps around to the other side of the world here. This is all an interconnected continent. So I'm going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3 over here. I'm just going to be sending guys out to grab these spice geysers. And I'll do that before I start designing a city because it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of time, and I'm going to be doing that probably off camera. You guys don't want to see me doing the entire planet this way. It's going to be boring for everyone. Even if you feel like you want to see it, I assure you it would be quite boring because it's just more of the same thing over and over and over again. I might just do 2 cities this way here, and that way you get to see a bit of a mixture here of how things go. Yep, I'll just send out 3 guys on this continent to capture these geysers. It's necessary for me to do this, and I'll let you guys, I'll show everybody this part of the stage simply because of the fact that it's it's something that you have to do if you're going to spend any time improving things. And there's an epic right there that might get a little bit problematic. Yeah, that could be a problem. Let me send this guy here, and it looks like there's a spice geyser right the heck next to that city. I already got it though, so that's very nice. I'm gonna send him over, and yep, the epic just ate my tank, so that's not very good. I'm hoping to be able to get to that spice geyser and be able to sneak around the epic, but he is right on it. So I might actually have to employ, let's see, Black Cloud. No, it's not going to do me any good against this guy. Hopefully he's gonna bugger off and leave me to my devices. I just want to get a guy in place long enough to capture that spice geyser. I've pretty much got every single other one on the planet. Yeah, it even differentiates between the ones that are on continents. So I'm going to have this guy try to calm this one down. Try it, because I can at least try to calm the beasts long enough so that they'll stop bothering me. He is just gonna stomp my... It's terrible. Alright. Alright, this is a problem. Let me delete everybody. I'm gonna send a bunch of air guys over. Maybe 5, and then 1 land vehicle. And I'm gonna send them over to distract him. And then get this guy to come over here and grab this geyser while he's around. They will not attack the spice geysers, or at least I haven't seen them do it. But you can't kill these guys if you're religious. The best you can hope to do is just calm him down. Like, there you go, he's charmed by music now. Music has soothed the savage beast. So this guy needs to hurry the hell out of here. Alright, I have gotten every single spice geyser, I believe. Every single one has been captured in the world. Double checking. Got that one. Got that one. This one. That one. How about this one? Yep, got that. This one looks gray. Now I got them all. Great. So I have no more need of any of my vehicles. Gonna delete them all, and I've got enough to set up a good city. So with the income coming in, that's great. And I'm gonna go to my main city, the Harmonian City. So hit on the city planner, and I'm gonna kind of show how you start to set up an effective city for making money. You want to make your money. So I like to put turrets here, and I like to do this all in one go if possible, because when you drag onto a spot, it will lift up and just send the turret to any available spots. And if you've hit this button right here, that ability goes away. You have to place the turrets onto new spots for them. So you have to rotate around to get that done. So whenever I have a large city, I try to get 3 factories and 1 entertainment building in. So I'm going to put my first entertainment building down. And the way this works out is that you notice that if you scroll in, you'll notice that the little spots have pathways connecting them, and that means that whatever is immediately connected to these buildings is going to benefit that particular aspect. The entertainment buildings benefit mainly the happiness, that's all they benefit, and the factories benefit the profitability, the income. Now, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to have a factory in a spot that's touching an entertainment building, because watch, you will get all that happiness is gone. You lose every bit of happiness if you've got a factory next to it. So I'm going to move this factory over here, and that's going to make it so that way nobody's pissed off, and I've got one happy face because there's no factories touching it. To make the entertainment building more effective, you put houses around it. And so as you can see, I've got 3 houses that I've put immediately touching this, and that's boosted my happiness way up. Now, because the house is also connected to a factory, I also get a bonus of some points, some income bonus. I'm going to place another house right here, and so the houses connected to the factory all benefit from having the connection to the factory, and so that raises my income. Also, the closeness to the central city hall makes a difference. You can see that this is benefiting. This is getting the powers of the Spore buck increase from being connected to city hall. If I were to move it over here, I would lose that. Now, I don't lose my overall income here, but I still want that to be in a good central hub location, so that way I can plunk down more houses around it and have more income. So, more income, more houses, more joy. Now, that's pretty good there. I'm going to put down 1 more of the factories and fill up these spaces here. And so now it's kind of a balancing act, because I don't need all this happiness. I'll be honest, I have never had a benefit from happiness in cities in this. I don't know what it all means, but you know, I want them to have at least 1 happy face to just stamp out the possibility of rebellion. So I'm going to see where I can fit another factory in without offending everyone. Let's see if I swap places with the factory up here. Okay, that's very good. I seem to be actually a little bit more profitable. Let me see. No, I'm exactly. I lose a little bit of profitability. That stinks. But you know what can you do? You want your factories and your entertainment buildings to be in central hub locations. Although to be quite honest, it's not completely necessary again to have all that happiness. So I'll put this over here, and I'll put this over here, and that didn't really give me much benefit. I don't have anything in the way of happiness. So I switched the spots there. I'd much rather have another factory if I could manage it, but I'll move this factory here and move this, put a factory right there, and that's good. Now what happens if I swap the house out? Nope, that is not happiness. Okay, 3,600 per minute is not bad. I'm trying to see if there's any places I have an opportunity to improve the profitability. Hey, get back up there. So let's see what happens if... Nope, no good. It can be a bit of a juggling game, and to be honest, in the civilization stage, the cities are not optimally set up. When you go and set colonies on other planets, they're going to all have one uniform layout, and I kind of have a really good strategy, at least a setup of the way that I lay out. But that just kind of giving you an idea of how the setup is regarding the way that the cities work. So, yeah, putting a factory directly adjacent to the building has completely wiped that out. It is a juggling act, and I don't think you're, at least not on the civilization stage, you're not going to manage to get a perfect setup where you have maximum profitability and at least one happy face. Again, I like to always put 3 cities down, or sorry, 3 factories down for the maximum effect, and I've put them in honestly as central of locations as I could manage. I put this here, and that doesn't change anything. I put this here, and that doesn't change anything. I put this up here, and actually that works. Wow, that made a difference. I'm up to 4,000 now. So yeah, just, you know, I think that in a full-size city, you can generally manage to put down 3 factories and have 1 entertainment building and the rest houses, and still manage to turn a profit with 1 or 2 happy faces. So that's nice. We're going to show a very small city as well, just to kind of illustrate how they differ. And you can tell the small cities from how many turret spots they have. This one only has 4. So let me put 4 turrets down. And just to kind of illustrate what I was talking about, why I put all the turrets down at once, I'm going to go ahead and hit the save button on this, and then come back. Now I go to pull one out, and you notice I hover over where the turrets are. They're dang near invisible, honestly. Let me scroll in. Yeah, there's the turrets right there. I pull over to where a turret is, and it just doesn't care. So that's why I like to put down all the turrets in one go. Excuse me, coughing fit. Just a moment while I drink some water. Yeah, I know, take some Claritin. Alright, I've boosted this city's defenses as high as they're going to go, and you see here this city is pretty tiny. There's not that many spots, so the best you can really hope to do is put down... I'm going to see if I can manage 2 factories and 1 entertainment building and not have them touch, but really with the small amount of spots I have, it's not very likely. Okay, so I put this house down, and yeah, that's a nice little setup. I've got two factories and 2 entertainment building, or 1 entertainment building and 2 houses down. If I were to put another house down, or let's say I switch these spots, my profitability does not go up. Still 1,200. Actually, it's 1,600 this way, so that's good, and I still got 1 happiness, so I'm actually okay with that. Again, juggle. In the tinier cities, you can generally only put down 1 or 2 buildings, 1 or 2 factories. In the larger cities, you can put down 3 factories pretty safely and still manage to keep some happiness rating. And then once you have that amount down, you've got 1 entertainment, 3 factories in the bigger building, or in the bigger cities, and fill the rest out with houses. If you juggle them around, you can generally get the income up to maximum that the city can produce and still have 1 happiness. So that's gonna wrap it up for the explanation on city building here. It's really just as simple as that. Look for the connecting nodes, and remember that entertainment buildings boost your happiness, factories lower the happiness, factories really lower the happiness if they're up against a recreation building, and houses just boost and enhance the effects. So that's it for this particular episode. Hopefully it was a much shorter one than the last ones have been. This is Solinus Dracone. This has been Spore Herbivore, or Let's Play Spore Herbivore. I'm not really trying very hard to keep the correct format, and you have a wonderful evening.